Now that autumn is well and truly here and it's getting cooler, it's probably also becoming less and less appealing to go out on the bike. But don't let this cooler weather beat you. With just a few extra items of clothing to keep you warm, there's no reason why you can't hang on to at least some of the fitness that you worked so hard to get over the summer. I have to admit that I do struggle to get out in the autumn, and in the winter it's even worse, which is a shame because, you know, both autumn and winter are absolutely fantastic times to ride your bike. And one of the things that makes all of this a lot more bearable is, of course, having the right type of clothing. And the thing is, you don't actually have to have that many items. At the risk of sounding like one of these fashion programs that my other half watches, I personally find that it can all be done with a capsule wardrobe of about 10 must-have items. Autumn weather, particularly here in the UK, is usually a fair bit cooler than the summer and considerably more changeable. So for instance, you could have highs of around 20 degrees Celsius, and then you could also have lows of around 5 degrees Celsius. And not only would you experience this during the course of a single day, but if you were particularly unlucky, you could experience that during the course of a single ride. But you don't actually have to do too much to stay comfortable on the bike in autumn. I personally start with the basic short summer kit, and then I add to it and take away as it gets warmer or cooler. The key here is to dress in layers. The first items of clothing that I put on when it starts to get a bit cooler are the arm warmers and the leg warmers. And yep, they're very easy to put on and take off and store in your jersey pockets. I wear gloves all year round, and I can get away with the short fingered ones all the way through September and part way through October, and then after that I'll carry some long fingered ones in my jersey pockets just in case I get cold. But by about November I'm wearing the long fingered ones pretty much all the time. The other thing I wear all year round is a cycling cap. I've heard that you lose roughly 10% of your body heat through your head, so it's obviously going to be an additional layer, but it's also great for when the sun's low in the autumn. You can put the peak down and it acts as a little bit like a sun visor. Because the risk of it raining is just that little bit higher, I'll also take with me a waterproof gilet or packable jacket. And I've got two very nice ones from Altura. I've got an orange gilet and then I've got a high-vis lightweight jacket, both of which pack down very nicely into my jersey pockets. And as you can imagine, the high-vis jacket is going to be particularly useful when the nights start drawing in and you want to be just that little bit more visible. The part of my body that starts feeling the cold first is my upper half. So when the temperature starts really dropping in late October, early November, that's when I'll put on one of these mesh underlayers. One of the other things that I'll wear all year round is sunglasses. Now that's not just to shield my eyes from the sunlight, but it's also to protect them from things like insects and little bits of grit that might get in them. And when the nights start drawing in and it starts getting a bit darker out on the road, I'll swap from sunglasses to clear glasses. And then as winter marches on and it starts to get a bit colder, you have to kind of up your game a little bit. So I'll start by improving the base layer by putting on a merino wool long sleeved base layer, and my socks will also be made from merino wool, and that's just a lot warmer to wear. I'll swap the short sleeved summer jersey for a long sleeved winter jersey, and that might be a thermal one, and I might even still wear the short sleeved jersey underneath that as an extra layer. And then of course I'll also be using some long legged shorts, and they also might be thermal as well. The gloves also start getting longer. Like I said earlier, I'll swap the short fingered ones for the long fingered ones, and I'll also start wearing things like neck warmers and overshoes. I'll also take the waterproof jacket or gilet with me, and obviously that's still going to protect me against any sudden downpours, plus it will also act as an additional layer of insulation should I need it. Come to think of it, that's more like 11 or 12 items, but then maths never was my strong point. I'm not Stephen Hawking. Like all cycle clothing, us heavier riders might sometimes struggle to find items to fit, but the good news is that my sponsors Altura have been listening to the feedback that I've been giving them, and it's now possible to buy from them autumn and winter cycling kit in sizes up to 4XL, and they're giving a very generous discount with the discount code that I'll include in the description below. So if you want to put together your autumn and winter capsule cycling wardrobe, now's a good time to do it. Wearing the right clothing will certainly help you get out on the bike when the weather gets cold, but it's only half the battle. You can still get beaten by your inner slob that wants you to sit at home flopped out on the sofa eating hobnobs. And if you want to know how to outwit him, then watch the video just here. Thanks for watching.